We all know how good Chroma is in the past. His damage was pretty insane, which was considered really overpowered, that Digital Extremes needed to nerf it big time. However, what I did not like about the change on Chroma is that they did touch his tanking capability. The Scorn buff right now is nothing compared to its past state. However, don't fret, as there's probably some things that has been added to the game which I consider as the saving grace for Chroma's survivability. I'm talking about the Umbral mods. Now you have seen me put these mods on some Warframes including Oberon, Mesa and even Nidus, but I did not feel that these Warframes actually needed the Umbral mods at all. Chroma is different however, as I feel that he needs the Umbral mods to boost his survivability at the moment. If you have paid attention to the footage, you probably seen that my Chroma is packing with 1165% Scorn buff and 915% Fury buff. How did I mod my Chroma to have these insane amount of armor and damage percentage? Okay, let me share my mod setup. Okay, settle down. This is not a 16 former build actually. 5 or 6 former would do for this mod setup. I did equip narrow-minded before, and that build didn't have power drift and primed continuity on it. The percentage buff from my Vex armor with that setup was the amount you've seen earlier, but this build is way better. With these mods, your Vex armor will have 1218% armor increase, and 957% damage increase, not to mention that you will gain 522 bonus armor with your elemental ward. By the way, I am using the cold element for elemental ward for more EHP. Now, I could have used the fire element to restore my health, but it's really a personal preference. I find cold more suiting for my playstyle. In my opinion, that health restore from your fire elemental ward would be really helpful if we can recast this ability like our Vex armor, but we can't, so I'll stick with the cold element. This build don't have that 40+ duration on your elemental ward and Vex armor, and many may find it inefficient as you need to recast Vex armor when the timer runs out, but so far, I'm having no troubles with this build. 31 seconds is pretty enough for me right now, as within that time, I can restore my energy with the help of Hunter Adrenaline or Rage mod, and then I also have Zenuric's Energizing Dash, so energy is not really a problem at all. By the way, if you really don't like the Steel Charge aura, then you can replace it with any other aura, like for this example, you can replace it with Growing Power, but when you do this, you can't equip any mods on the Excalibur mod slot, which is just fine in my opinion. Another good thing about this build is that it doesn't sacrifice range, which is really good in team composition such as camping with some friends in high-level missions. The base range for the buff is enough to help your team out in that scenario. However, if you want to be team-friendly, then you may want to sacrifice some power strength by removing Augur Secrets and replace Stretch on this slot. Now, you can also take this build one idle and hunting. Just add Stretch and replace the aura with Deadeye and you are good to go. The thing about idle and hunting while using Chroma is that you don't actually need a lot of range to be useful. In fact, the base range of 18 meters on Vex armor is pretty sufficient. Remember that there's a thing called waypoint in the game wherein you can point a location wherein you want your team to go. A well-equipped team in idle and hunting will have no problem taking down these giants, but for random team, or those who haven't got Rivens and max out stuff yet, then I suggest that you communicate with each other and set waypoints so your team will know where they should go so they can receive your buff. So is this the best build for Chroma right now? In my honest opinion, yes it is, but still, he is not that tanky as other Warframes. Let's be honest here, even with this insane amount of armor, this Warframe still struggles in high-level missions. Chroma can take a hit, but not a lot, especially in endurance runs. Now this is the build variation which has narrow-minded on, and 1000+ armor does give decent amount of survivability, but it's not enough. I really think that Digital Extremes should take a look at Vex armor and take a look at what they have done to Mesa, Nidus and Gara. Yes, I'm suggesting that instead of armor increase, they should just make it as damage reduction. I really don't mind if we have to get lots of power strength just to get a 90 or 95% damage reduction, as seriously, I think that fits the characteristic of Chroma, a tank Warframe that can take damage and deal damage. I'm praying and begging for this change to come in Vex armor, but for now, if you want to play Chroma in high-level missions, then I strongly suggest that you try the Umbral mods for him. It just makes him good in terms of survivability, and like I've said, these mods feels like it was really intended for Chroma to buff his overall survivability. So anyway, this is what 1200+% armor looks and feels like. Go try the Umbral mods on your Chroma if you have them now, or let me know if you have a build in mind that's better than this. Before leaving, please do give this video a thumbs up if you find it informative. For first timers, you can join the grind team by simply subscribing to our channel. Just turn on notifications to receive daily updates from us. Thank you so much for watching. Squad leader signing off. Oh shit, what just happened? Nerf incoming.